Hailey Bieber is getting raw, real, and relatable while addressing her biggest concerns for hubby Justin. It has been 4 years since Justin Bieber released new music. Fans have become worried about him following several fan encounters. Justin Bieber appears to be sending a message about self-worth and boundaries, making it clear he owes nothing to anyone. In a very cryptic Instagram story posted last Saturday morning, the singer shared a simple text on a white background, seemingly addressing ongoing speculation about his health. He wrote, "Nothing is owed to us, and we don't owe anyone anything. Nobody has anything to prove today." The upload was soundtracked by the Stevie Wonder song Sir Duke. While he didn't specify what prompted the statement, it arrives amid a wave of rumors surrounding his personal life. Recently, speculation about his well-being intensified, with some questioning his physical and mental health. The frenzy escalated after paparazzi photos showed Bieber looking fatigued in public, sparking, a lot of concern about a possible relapse. Now, Bieber and his wife Hailey swiftly denied the accusations. Through a representative, they dismissed claims of illicit substance use as completely false and condemned the ongoing speculation. They called the persistent narratives exhausting and pitiful, criticizing the public's obsession with pushing negative, salacious, and harmful stories. Sources close to Bieber insist his tired appearance has nothing to do with any substances. Instead, they attribute it to his focus on creating new music while adjusting to life as a new father to his son Jack. Now, despite their efforts to shut down the rumors, the speculation hasn't entirely faded. Bieber's latest post suggests he remains unfazed, reminding the world that he controls his own narrative. Now that Bieber is back in the studio, it is probable that he will put an end to the speculation with a new song. Or maybe not, because as he has said, he's got nothing to prove. Hailey Bieber also dismissed claims that she liked a shady social media post mocking Selena Gomez and her fiance Benny Blanco. TikTok user Courtney Presto has claimed that Hailey reacted to a clip she posted on February 14th regarding Selena and Benny's photo shoot with Interview magazine, in which she made fun of some of the images featuring the pair. However, a representative for Hailey has refuted the claim, saying this never happened. Within hours of her rep, dispelling the rumors, Hailey had a few other things to address in her cryptic social media rant. Hailey wrote in a March 9th Instagram story, "Pastors and preachers really love to just put words together with the same letter and act like it's hitting. So crazy." She went on to provide some examples, including, there's blessings in the brokenness and there's grace in the gratitude. She included a meme actually of Elmo surrounded by flames with his hands in the air, adding, "And then people sit there like this, eating it up." Whether or not these misgivings were related to the recent rumors that her feud with Selena is alive and well, Hailey made her annoyance abundantly clear. She basically just wants all y'all to stop. Now, another recent concerning incident is when Justin took to his Instagram sharing photos that showed him smoking from what appeared to be from a smoking device while sitting on an electric bike. Sporting a burgundy hoodie, black sweatpants, and brown boots, the musician was pictured indulging in a smoke during his recent getaway to Idaho, where he rang in his 31st birthday. One person on X said, "Aren't you in your 30s? Man up and be a dad." With another person chiming in saying, "Get off whatever substance you're on and raise your son. I hope Jack doesn't have to be around all this smoke. A kid doesn't deserve that." Many more comments were posted as well, most of which just asking basically if he has no shame and claiming that he's a horrible role model not only to his son but to his fans. One person went really low, saying, "Father of the year, unfortunately your dad was not a good role model. The main reason you should be to your sons. Break the cycle, hope the best for you." Now, the comments continued and basically just went on and on and on, all bashing JB for his very, questionable behavior lately. Meanwhile, Hailey took to her Instagram with some solo shots of herself as she showed off the vintage Yves Saint Laurent gown that she wore to the Vanity Fair's Oscars 2025 after party. She simply captioned the post with a black heart emoji. This was actually her first red carpet appearance since they welcomed their son. Now, Hailey Bieber shared how being a mom to her and Justin's baby boy has given her a completely different mindset. During an interview on the red carpet, she said, "You're just thinking about such different things now. I'm gonna go inside and be checking my baby monitor like non-stop. So I have a completely different mindset." While Justin did not attend the red carpet event with Hailey, they did spend his birthday together and the day before on March 1st. Now, the singer celebrated with his wife and son, showing different very cozy family moments in a photo carousel on Instagram, including one where the couple actually sported oversized sweatshirts as they they embraced their sons, whose face is still concealed from the camera. Hailey shared her own tribute to him, posting an Instagram story with her holding his birthday cake as Justin blew out the candles. The celebration follows, these divorce rumors that have been circling their family for a couple of months now, including in January when Justin seemingly unfollowed Hailey on Instagram. Justin and Hailey Bieber's marriage has hit another turning point. According to a source, the couple is now facing counseling and therapy to try and do damage control for their marriage. An insider shared with an online news blog that they're doing tons of therapy to try and nip this all in the bud. Hailey's allegedly now completely fed up with Justin's behavior and almost ready to give up. But the source also said this is crisis time for them, that Hailey isn't quite ready to give up. With all the pressure they're under from the outside world, along with adjustments of having a new baby, it's no wonder they've both been super stressed. Getting some guidance makes perfect sense. Apparently, Justin has also been in full panic mode ever since his former mentor, Diddy was locked up 6 months ago on a multitude of charges, all of which the rap mogul denies, of course. Now, sources also said Bieber is terrified that he'll get subpoenaed and, when his case goes to trial, maybe he'll get called to the stand. And the fear of what might get exposed has apparently sent him into a downward spiral that has just rocked his 6-year marriage to Hailey. The insider said this is all very heavy stuff that Justin is dealing with. It requires expert help, and as his partner, Hailey has to be a part of the equation. So whenever something comes up, they see their counselor together. The source continued to say what he went through as a child star has left him with PTSD that he continually needs to work on. It's gotta be tough for Hailey, but she's committed to him and loves him fiercely. It's very clear she'll walk through the fire with him. Still, people worry about them. It's a lot for any couple to handle, and their fame, magnifies everything. It wasn't too long ago, though, that Justin Bieber shared another eyebrow-raising video where he stood close to the camera while inhaling and exhaling smoke from what appeared to be a J in a minute-long clip now shared to his stories. At one point, he had his eyes closed and flashed a very wide smile for a prolonged period of time while seemingly dancing. The video might have been a response to critics who claimed he was behaving strangely at his wife Hailey's Roadskin pop-up event in Los Angeles recently. It also comes, though, just 2 days after he shared the video of himself performing a rap about being high. Another source, close to the pair, claimed that he just doesn't care about his well-being anymore and that he has lost all motivation, even for making music, which used to excite him. The source allegedly said, he's not working out like he used to, he doesn't seem to eat like he once did, and people can see he has lost weight. It's like he doesn't care about his well-being anymore at all. He's moodier too, apparently. People are worried that he's just lost any motivation, even for music. Now, he goes to start recording, apparently, but then he cancels sessions because he just isn't in the mood. It's like he is struggling to focus on his own songwriting. The source also alleged that Hailey has tried to help him with that aspect also, but he just won't listen to her, so that's gotta be frustrating. They added that she now doesn't know where to turn exactly because neither of them are close with their respective families, which is likely why they turn to professionals, being psychiatrists and whatnot. Another insider claimed that the star has been struggling with his mental health for a few years now. Justin has been struggling for the last couple of years. It's played such a significant role, and he worries about being in certain public situations. This source said in a statement he has built up a deep fear of being out in spaces with lots of people and has a deep, seated worry about large crowds. They claimed Hailey has been encouraging him to spend time outside, with those close to him. They said the toll of being locked away from the world is also tough. It is tough on a partner like Hailey as well, who is supportive and wants to help him get through these moments. Justin has talked very candidly in the past about his mental health struggles, revealing that there were times when he felt really at his lowest. So this wouldn't be the first time the couple has sought, the help from professionals, though. Back in 2022, Hailey opened up and got very candid about how therapy has been a game changer in her life and relationship. She's been open about her own mental health struggles and journey, and she exclaimed that therapy has been a part of her life for years, and she found that it helped improve her emotional well-being, but admitted it took her a while to be open to the idea of even going to therapy. She said in an interview at the time, it's something that I felt not sure of in the beginning, but the more I've grown, my relationship with my therapist has been such a game changer, and it's now a space where I feel really safe to be able to talk about what's going on in my mind. And she continued to say that she typically has a really hard time admitting when she's going through a hard time. Well, you know what? I hope they are able to find their way to peace, but what do you guys think? Will their marriage last, or will Hailey get fed up and just leave him?
As you probably know, Diddy was arrested last month for running a crime ring, and all eyes have been on his friends and known acquaintances, especially Justin Bieber. People are suspecting that Justin either 1, took part in the crimes, or 2, he was a victim. Since Diddy's arrest, people have been finding interviews or moments where Diddy acts super strange around Justin, and fans are worried for the star. Although Justin himself hasn't made a statement about Diddy's arrest, multiple sources close to him have spoken to the press about his current state. According to an Us Weekly source, Justin feels disgusted by the accusations against his former mentor. They added that Justin is advised to stay as far away as possible from anything and everything related to the now incarcerated rapper and producer. Another source for the same publication added that he is in a hard place mentally right now as he struggles to come to terms with the allegations against Diddy. The bond shared with Diddy makes the accusations against him particularly tough to stomach, the source outlined. Then, according to Daily Mail sources, Justin feels isolated dealing with the revelations about Diddy and is sailing the waters alone. He apparently feels like there's no one who would understand his situation. Family members are concerned about Justin. It's unclear whether Diddy would have taken advantage of Justin at the time, as his family was nearby and his manager Scooter Braun really did care about him. The last thing Justin wants to do is relive or even discuss his complicated friendship with Diddy, the source said. But he's finally breaking his silence to his friends about his nightmare experience and private hell it caused him, they said. Now, hopefully, Justin is able to get the support that he needs, because this could be a long road for him. Now, in 2009, when Justin was a rising star, he reached out to Diddy on Twitter, begging him for a collab on his new album. Now, this caught Diddy's attention, and he became a mentor for the young star. Diddy helped him navigate fame in the industry, but a lot of videos have resurfaced of the two that are making people question Diddy's intentions with being so close to Justin. One video posted to Justin's YouTube channel from 2009 has people concerned because of what we know now about Diddy. The title of the video is Justin Bieber's 48 Hours with Diddy. The description of the video says, "I told you guys I produced a song for Diddy and I wanted to show it to him and you got his attention. Best fans in the world. Well, this past weekend I spent 48 hours with Diddy and had some fun. Here is some of the action. Thanks for the car puff, haha." So yes, a young Justin spent 48 hours alone with Diddy without his parents or even a responsible adult present. In this video, Diddy says he's having 48 hours with Diddy. Where we're hanging and what we're doing we can't really disclose, but it's definitely a 15-year-old's dream. I don't have legal guardianship of him, but for the next 48 hours he's with me and we're gonna go full crazy. Now, this is just weird in general, and looking back, Justin should have never been left alone with that man in the first place. Then in 2011, Diddy and Justin did a joint interview on Jimmy Kimmel. Things took a turn though when Diddy seemed to scold Justin on live TV in front of millions. Diddy was constantly praising Justin, but when Jimmy asked Justin if Diddy had given him any gifts, things got awkward to say the least. Justin said, "He got me a Lamborghini, I haven't gotten it yet though," and Diddy said the Lamborghini for a day or two and he had access to the house. And he knows better than to be talking about the things that he does with Big Brother Puff on national television. Everything ain't for everybody, he said. I mean, Diddy could have pulled Justin aside afterwards and told him this, but the fact that he did it on TV and no one said anything is crazy. More recently though, a video of the pair reuniting in 2021 has people questioning if Diddy thought that Justin was working with the feds. In the video, it shows Diddy getting out of a car and approaching Justin, giving him a hug before patting him down on his chest and torso a few times. Now, the video had been posted in 2021 by Justin himself on his Instagram. But last week, Daily Mail reshared the video with the title, "Disturbing Video of Diddy with Justin Bieber." The accompanying caption read, a resurfaced video of Diddy and Justin Bieber hugging has sparked speculation that Diddy was checking to see if the pop star was wearing a wire. Now, the fact that Diddy thought he was wearing a wire makes me believe that he knew he was doing something wrong and that the police were onto him. I mean, why wasn't this a bigger red flag at the time? Fans are now seeing the video in a new light due to Diddy's allegations, and one fan commented, "The body language says it all, from smiling to a frown in 2 seconds. JB shakes his head like no, I'm not wearing a wire." Now, many fans are encouraging Justin to tell his story, but only if he's comfortable. The music video was posted in 2020, and many people have called out how weird it was, but now that they're connecting the dots to Diddy, it's all making sense to them. Now, Justin grew up around Diddy, just like his other mentor, Usher, did. When Usher was a young teen, he was signed by L.A. Reid, the co-founder of LaFace. Usher then went to New York in the spring of 1994 to live with Diddy, something Reid called Flavor Camp. Usher has then spoken about his experiences, and in one interview with Howard Stern, Usher said, "I got a chance to see some things. I don't know if I could indulge and even understand what I was looking at." He elaborated by saying, "It was pretty wild, it was crazy, there were very curious things taking place, and I didn't necessarily understand it." Then he was asked if he would allow his own kids to attend Flavor Camp at Diddy's residence, and he said, "Hell no." Now, if that doesn't tell you everything you need to know, then I don't know what does. I mean, Diddy even had custody of Usher for a period of time. Elsewhere during the chat, Usher recalled how he was like the little brother, as they called me Baby Boo. And Usher admitted he wasn't disciplinary, he was letting me be a young man. Yikes. Now it seems like Usher was a part of something he didn't fully understand, and that Justin went through something similar. After his Los Angeles and Miami homes were raided by officials in March, Diddy was arrested in New York in September and charged with various crimes. A 14-page indictment against him included dozens of disturbing allegations about him, including claims that he orchestrated and filmed freak-off parties. Diddy has pleaded not guilty to the charges against him, but weeks later, attorney Gloria Allred gathered her own additional clients who are set to file their own lawsuits against Diddy. Lawyer Tony Busby announced in a press conference. He said that his firm and another law firm will be representing 120 additional accusers. Now, before he was arrested, Diddy already had 4 different lawsuits filed against him, which he claimed were just money grabs and that he had done nothing wrong. He had put together multiple bail packages, but the judge denied all of them, so he'll be staying in jail for the time being. Now, Diddy intends to testify during his trial, which has been set for May 5th, 2025. We'll just have to see how the rest of this plays out, as I'm sure that more people will be coming forward with stories and that more people will be getting exposed for being a part of Diddy's crimes. Now, at the moment, no celebrity has directly spoken out against him, and who knows if Justin will. He's married and he just welcomed his first son with Hailey Bieber to the world in August of this year. Dealing with this type of thing is not something he needs in his life right now, as he should be focused on being a father, but with all this going on, it's probably bringing up a lot of memories and emotions, so we'll just have to see how it plays out.
An interview between Justin Bieber and Diddy has recently resurfaced, and it's taking the internet by storm. Diddy wanted the younger star to keep quiet about whatever was happening at their hangouts, and after all the recent allegations against Diddy Combs, people are voicing their concerns. Popular music artist Sean Diddy Combs, responsible for songs like I'll Be Missing You and I Need a Girl, was recently arrested, and new details about the serious situation are coming out daily. It started with the November 2023 lawsuit from one of his ex-partners, and it continued with multiple other individuals coming forward to share their stories of Diddy's misconduct, and the latest development is a 2011 Jimmy Kimmel live interview resurfacing. Kimmel is interviewing Combs and a young Justin Bieber. At this point in time, Bieber was quite close to Combs, it seems, good friends. Combs even referred to Bieber as a little brother throughout the interview. Still, the age difference between the two is staggering, about 24 years. So of course, Kimmel questioned how this duo even came to be, asking if the pair were possibly working together, to which Diddy denied, instead sharing that the two became friends in a strange way.
I mean, I think that we we've become friends in a strange way, you know?
Like Robin Big.
No real elaboration on that statement. Diddy just kind of continues on, saying that Bieber is like a little brother to a lot of people in the music industry. He would call up Diddy and presumably others in the industry for advice when needed, and then his next statements just start feeling a little bit icky with everything the public now knows about him. Diddy starts talking about how himself and others in the strong family that is the record industry want to keep their arms around Justin and protect him because he is such a nice person.
And he's somebody that, you know, we definitely have our arms around and we want to protect him.
Back in 2011, when this interview came out, these statements raised no red flags as far as the public knew. Diddy was a great guy, a big help to a rising star, and a music icon. In fact, people clapped for him in the interview because, well, these are nice things to say about a 16-year-old Bieber. However, in 2024, with everything we now know about Combs and his behind-the-scenes lifestyle, his comments are way more off-putting and uncomfortable. Justin appears to be pretty at ease during the interview, joking around with Combs and Kimmel. When Kimmel plays off the little brother comments by suggesting Combs buy Bieber a car like he did his actual son, Bieber is quick to play along, saying, "He got me a Lamborghini, I haven't gotten it yet though." This is somehow the moment that shifted the conversation into questionable territory. Kimmel asks when the car is coming, to which Diddy responds that Bieber had the Lamborghini for a day or two, and this is where it gets weird in 2024, and he had access to the house, and he knows better than to be talking about the things that he does with Big Brother Puff on national television. Everything ain't for everybody. This is met with lots of laughter from the audience because who would have ever thought that anything shady could be going on behind the scenes with this guy? This entire conversation and interaction is likely referring to the 48 hours Diddy and Justin had spent together around this time. That's right, a young Justin Bieber was left in Combs' care for a full 48 hours. Now, how did that even happen? Well, there is an explanation out there. Nowadays, musicians' YouTubes are more for uploading music videos or some behind the scenes content, but 15 years ago, vlogs were super common and uploaded pretty frequently by big stars, including Bieber. He did in fact shoot a quick 2-minute video with Diddy, and it is in fact still up on Justin Bieber's YouTube channel today. So let's get into it. The video starts out with Diddy and Bieber looking at a luxury car, which is, you guessed it, a Lamborghini, just like they were talking about in the Kimmel interview. In the vlog, Diddy is shown telling Justin that when he turns 16 to come back down to use the car, even saying the keys would be his. And that makes some of those Kimmel comments make a lot more sense. But how did Bieber even end up in the position to be hanging out with Diddy anyways? The caption of the vlog explains that, saying that Justin had produced a song for Combs that he wanted to show him, and the Beliebers got his attention and made it happen. As the mini vlog continues, Combs and Bieber start discussing what they're gonna do. I mean, Combs is almost 40 and Bieber hasn't hit 16 yet, so really, what are they gonna do? Combs' answer to that question is, where are we hanging out and what we doing we can't really disclose, but it's definitely a 15-year-old's dream.
Where we hanging out and what we doing, we can't really disclose. It's definitely a 15-year-old's dream.
And I think collectively we're all hoping it was paintball and music producing, but still, that is a very concerning statement from Combs. Combs continues on sharing that he had custody of Bieber for the 48 hours he was with him, and then shared how he had legal guardianship of Usher when he produced his first album. The short video finishes with Diddy promising that him and the young star were going to go full crazy. Bieber suggested they start the 48 hours by going to get some girls, to which Diddy responded, "Man after my heart."
He's with me, so and we gonna go full crazy.
Going crazy.
All in all, this video could not have aged worse. It's surprising that the video is even still up on Justin's channel, and even more surprising, the comment section is still active. Many users are commenting their concerns over the contents of the conversation. One user bringing up the fact that despite this video being up almost 14 years, no one's questioned it till now. We don't know exactly what happened during those 48 hours, however, something weird must have went down because it seems Justin stopped contacting Combs afterward. Diddy visited Bieber in studio a little while after the 48 hours, and Justin looked noticeably less at ease than he had in that first vlog together. Diddy also seemed to be getting on Justin's case for not contacting him or staying in touch as much, which is an odd thing to be requesting from someone almost 24 years your junior. Diddy is still getting on the young star's case, suggesting that because he's a big deal now, selling out arenas and everything, that's why he stopped calling and that's why they stopped hanging out.
Selling out arenas and everything? Starting to act different, huh? You ain't been calling me and hanging out the way we used to hang out.
Comments the baby singer has made as he gets older have also raised some red flags about what he has gone through in the industry. Comments about how he wants to protect younger artists and getting emotional in interviews.
It was hard for me being that young and being in the industry and not knowing where to turn. And
it's no secret that Justin has had a rough go in the music industry and has publicly coped with his trauma in unglamorous ways. As more and more information comes out about those he was surrounded with at the time, people are creating more and more theories that make his outbursts make sense. However, it seems Bieber is looking to put all the harder events of his upbringing behind him. An insider close to the singer has shared that amongst all this, he just wants to focus on being a great dad and husband. Bieber welcomed his first child with Hailey Bieber in August after announcing the pregnancy back in May. His fans and the general public do wish for the best for the singer. The same cannot be said though for Sean Diddy Combs, of course, and as the charges and evidence continue to pile up against him, he loses public favor with every passing day. Recently, it's come out that one of his youngest victims wasn't even Justin's age when he first met Combs. As it stands, Combs is facing a minimum of 15 years and a max of a life sentence. Combs has continued to deny that he ever harmed anyone.
So 2 days ago, Justin posted a photo dump on Instagram. Fans were excited to see new photos of the star, except there was one problem. One photo he posted was of him crying. Now this had fans speculating, did Hailey and Justin break up? Because this theory has been floating around for a while now. Are you okay, bro? One fan wrote, as another added, it'll be okay, bro, peace of mind to you, sooner than later, friend. And who made you cry? Another fan asked. Now on his post though, Hailey commented, a pretty crier. She appeared to further squash the speculation of any marital issues as she reposted a thirst trap of Justin. Oh, I'm unwell, she wrote on her Instagram story, with a shirtless photo of the Justice artist dripping wet in front of a tropical sunset. But was this just a cover-up? You see, Justin and Hailey tied the knot in 2018, and they've since frequently been met with rumors of marital trouble. Speculation was recently reignited by Hailey's father, Stephen Baldwin, who posted about special challenges the couple was facing in a since-deleted post on Instagram in February. He asked for a little prayer for them to have wisdom, protection, and draw close to the Lord. Afterwards, a source told TMZ that Hailey was upset with her father over the comment. Recently, too, Hailey called out some blind items on TikTok, which reference marital troubles and accused her of cheating. Just FYI, the stories and constant blind items I see on TikTok are 100% of the time wrong, she wrote last month on her Instagram story. Made out of thin air, come from the land of delusion, she said. So I know it may be fun feeding into these stories, but just know they're always false. Sorry to spoil it, added Hailey. Now, it's even been rumored that the pair are living apart, and people are even more convinced about this due to Hailey not posting any Easter pictures with Justin. Now, there's always been a lot of controversy and concern over this couple's relationship, and I honestly don't think that the rumors will ever end. One of the biggest rumors is about Justin's on and off again relationship with Selena Gomez and the real reason he married Hailey. Now, we all know that Justin and Selena were on and off, and the last time they were spotted together was in 2018, just 2 months before he announced his engagement with Hailey. Fans, and myself, actually believe that Justin had proposed to Selena when they were together, only for him to get turned down. Justin then rekindles his romance with Hailey, and they shared the news of their engagement. Why hurry though? Maybe it's because Justin thought marriage would solve his problems, as this was something he's admitted to believing once in the past, which was wrong. But others think he married Hailey so he could get his visa. The rumor began when DJ Khaled and Drake's song Popstar resurfaced online. Justin is seen in the music video mouthing the lyrics, Ariana, Selena, my visa, which some people believe refers to the girls he's been with. Now, fans speculate that my visa is referring to Hailey, which is honestly just funny to me. Now, for those of you who don't know, Justin is a Canadian citizen. He has allegedly always resided in the US on what's known as the O1 visa, which is for individuals with an extraordinary ability in the arts or extraordinary achievement in motion pictures or television industry. Now, unfortunately for Justin, the O1 visa is a non-immigrant visa, and it doesn't lead to permanent residency, which is what he needs to be a citizen. Now, a US marriage green card allows a foreign spouse to live and work in the country country, and they can also apply for citizenship after 3 years, but if you're applying under the 3-year rule, you might face scrutiny over the authenticity of your marriage. The 5-year rule, however, doesn't need to consider the marital union portion of the visa, so someone under this visa might have a higher chance of becoming a US citizen if they apply after 5 years. And in September, Hailey and Justin had their 5-year anniversary. Now, is Justin done with her now that he can get residency? I guess we'll just have to wait and see what happens, but personally, I don't see this marriage lasting another 5 years. With the way that Justin treats Hailey, it appears that they're not the best fit, so maybe it's a good thing that this marriage will be coming to an end. Now, in public, it seems like Justin doesn't really seem to care about Hailey. This has been shown in many videos from the paparazzi, as he once hilariously shut a car door on Hailey who was getting out behind him, and the other time he ran away from paparazzi skateboarding without Hailey. Now, to make things worse, she ran to catch up with him and she fell, and Justin didn't even help her up. Then, in many photos and videos, it seems like Justin isn't too friendly with his wife Hailey on the red carpet. She speaks to him and he doesn't say anything or walks away, barely smiles, and rarely gets close to her. You'd think as a couple they'd have their hands around each other or even just hold hands, but nope. Now, last year, Hailey got into a bitter feud with Justin's ex, Selena Gomez. The internet was on Selena's side and they were ruthless to Hailey. But did Justin stand up for his wife? Nope. He did not. The one standing up for Hailey has actually been Selena herself. Regarding the situation, Selena has encouraged fans to once again to stop harassing her and Hailey. A TikTok user told fans to leave both the women alone in a video, pointing out they would not read the mean comments left on their pages. Selena then commented facts on the post. The internet hated Hailey and she was then getting dragged day in and day out, but Justin hadn't come to Hailey's defense once, which is just strange. Now, in the past, he'd make posts and stand up to the haters when they were hating on Selena, but everything about Hailey? Nothing. Now, the one standing up for Hailey was actually Selena, and regarding the situation, Selena had encouraged fans once again to stop harassing her and Hailey even called Selena to ask her to help with the hate, but again, Justin did nothing. Now, could that whole situation be the straw that broke the camel's back with their relationship? It appears that Justin doesn't really care or respect her. Could this be because Justin is finally realizing that Hailey is trying to copy everything his ex does? You see, many fans have accused Hailey of copying and even wanting to be Selena, and they've lined up all the proof. Hailey has copied a lot of Selena's outfits and copied her makeup artists and nail techs to get the same look. Then she copied Selena's tattoos and how she speaks, and has even become friends with Selena's friends. She speaks the same way, copied her cooking show, and her beauty brand. It's all just very weird, and I'm sure it's even weirder for Justin. I personally don't think this marriage will last too much longer, and that Hailey is just trying to cover things up to make them appear better than they really are. Not to mention, Hailey has been acting a little strange online too. Though she's been posting thirst traps of Justin, it appears that she's deleting pics of the two from her account. Now, eyebrows were raised when eagle-eyed fans noticed that she wiped off most pictures with her husband on Instagram. You see, that's usually something that you do when you break up with someone, so it's just strange. Now, to celebrate the new year, Hailey shared a bunch of photos from a beach getaway, and she captioned her post, 2024, I'm along for the ride. What fans couldn't help but notice though was Justin's absence from the pictures. Many questioned if there was trouble in paradise or if the it couple was heading for divorce. A user commented, divorce coming, cause ya acting shady. Another wrote, you ruined relationships with bad games and bad energies and grew your career by completely upsetting people. You failed the test of humanity. A fan then slammed Hailey by saying, you've used Justin, stalked him, and married him at his most low and vulnerable time. You should have told him to heal first, he needs to heal, but yours and your dad's plan worked. You got the man, but how miserable he looks, he knows he made a mistake. Stop dragging him everywhere and call paparazzi, he hates the public attention. Don't you want him to heal and be happy? Now, it seems like his fans are really passionate about not liking Hailey and thinking she's using him. You see, in the year 2020, Justin was a guest on the Ellen DeGeneres show hosted by Demi Lovato. Demi asked him how he and Hailey met, and he says that they met at an early morning taping of the Today Show and he thought that she didn't want to be there. He said her dad dragged her out of bed to go, and that because she was raised Christian and he was raised the same way, he said, "I'm pretty sure it was an arranged marriage." Now Demi and the audience laugh at this, but there might be some truth in this. He followed up by saying, "Looking back now, it was definitely an arranged marriage. They set this whole thing up." He then repeats it again as he comes to this realization. So, is it an arranged marriage? Some think so. Now, back to the weird stuff happening on social media. In December, Hailey reshared a cryptic post on her Instagram stories about being alone. It read, "You don't get tired of being alone," and the following line said, "Me alone," along with 3 pictures of Hailey putting on makeup, sleeping, and drinking a cup of coffee while wearing a fluffy white robe. Again, people were wondering, where is Justin? Now, in October 2023, an insider revealed that Hailey and Justin were struggling in their marriage. He acts like a needy kid all the time, and she's constantly having to apologize for him and try to get him to act like an adult, the source told Radar Online. The insider also alleged that Hailey is fed up with Justin's immature behavior after being embarrassed during an event they attended to promote her skincare brand, Rhode. Now, another source told the National Enquirer that their marriage is based on Justin's childish needs, and Hailey and Justin got married very young and didn't know what they were getting into, and it's been up and down ever since. Now, not to mention, last week a photo emerged of the couple attending Coachella earlier this month that seemed to add to speculation of marital troubles. A group shot captured the couple leaning drastically away from one another, causing fans to analyze their body language. Hailey draped her arm on a friend to her right, while Justin tilted his head away from the pair to the left. "The way he's leaning away from her," one person wrote on Reddit. Yikes. Justin Bieber, who has been in the headlines since the arrest of his former mentor Sean Diddy Combs, has reportedly dealt a huge blow. It's been less than 2 decades since he became a global superstar, and his launch to stardom happened quickly, and now the singer is worth hundreds of millions of dollars. However, making lots of money means paying a lot of taxes, which has not happened in at least one case, leading to Biebs getting hit with a significant tax penalty. Last week, TMZ reported that Justin Bieber, who became a dad this past summer with Hailey Bieber, was considering suing his business managers. The singer apparently feels that his finances have not been handled properly for years. Now, we now have a specific example of just what might be the problem, as Justin reportedly owes nearly $400,000 in unpaid property taxes. In January 2023, Justin purchased a home in Coachella Valley, California, near the home of his former manager Scooter Braun, worth $16.6 million. Now, a house that expensive comes with a pretty significant property tax bill, $380,349 to be exact. Now, half of those taxes were due on October 10th, but according to The Sun, which says it has seen the records, the bill has not been paid. The taxes, which cover 2022 and 2023, haven't been paid by Justin, who parted ways with his former business managing firm TriStar in 2022. If that's the case, then tax penalties will likely be assessed, and the tax penalty on a $380,000 bill is likely significant. Now, Bieber can almost certainly afford it, as the singer sold his music catalog the same month he bought the house for $200 million. Now, Justin is far from the first star to end up in trouble over taxes, though. Other celebrities have been arrested for non-payment of taxes, as well as alleged tax fraud. However, the fact that the bills have not been paid may be part of the reason the singer is considering legal action against his former business managers. A well-placed source exclusively revealed that we're told the argument against suing is that Justin went through a period where he was spending wildly. However, the representative of the managing firm John Houston said in a statement, Justin Bieber is not considering legal action against TriStar. "We did nothing wrong in our brief 18 months of representing him, and he is aware of this," John said. He added, "We were not involved in any alleged unpaid property bills." Now, it's unclear exactly how many people could be sued or how much Justin believes has been lost, but more than one manager is reportedly the target of any potential lawsuit, and a lot of money could be at stake. Justin Bieber's current team is apparently not entirely sold on the idea of suing. Some are reportedly suggesting that Justin himself is at least partially to blame for any financial problems, as he has been known to spend a lot of money on everything from private jets and houses to church donations. This new update of Justin's life is no less than a setback for the singer, who recently embraced fatherhood after the birth of his son, Jack Blues Bieber, who he welcomed with Hailey Bieber. Now, it's important to mention Puff Daddy's arrest for various crimes has reportedly overwhelmed the Yummy singer, with sources saying he wasn't protected enough. So, who was Justin's former management team at TriStar? Well, one of them just so happened to be Lou Taylor, and you should know that name because one of Lou's employees, Robin Greenhill, was listed as Diddy's accountant and allegedly oversaw payments to certain workers. Now, the claims come from music producer Rodney Lil Rod Jones, who also accuses Combs of harassing and then doing worse to him. Now, as some readers will remember, Lou was previously accused of being involved in forming Britney Spears' conservatorship. Now, these are not the only times she's had bad press either. Lou was thrown into the spotlight when reports emerged that Britney was blaming her former business manager for many of her conservatorship-related issues. Justin had now hired a new business manager, Edward White, who founded Edward White & Co. in 1976. The California-based firm, which recently merged with Ed Bailey, provides tax and consulting services and has a client list of several Hollywood figures, including Jack Nicholson and Alan Paulson, as well as Lena Horne and Vince Scully estates. But what could all of this mean for Justin's mental health? You see, back in 2019, Justin opened up on Instagram about his battle with depression, the diagnosis of which was publicly confirmed in February of that year. He wrote in the caption, "Just wanted to keep you guys updated, been struggling a lot, just feeling super disconnected and weird." It was an important step in his recovery, although the star, who quickly rose to fame when he was just 15 years old, isn't worried about himself. "I always bounce back, so I'm not worried, just wanted to reach out and ask for you guys to pray for me," he added. We as onlookers shouldn't dismiss his bravery. In fact, we should take Justin's admission very seriously. Now, Justin has also had a concerning year. On April 14th, Justin surprised the Coachella crowd when he joined WizKid and Tems on stage for a song. Though pleasantly delighting his fans, his recent music show appearance also sparked concerns among his friends, who are reportedly worried about him spiraling again. The 30-year-old singer has had a roller coaster worth of a journey with severe ups and downs, as a source in recent media reports claimed. Grappling with Lyme disease, depression, and anger management, Justin has previously acknowledged his frequent alcohol intake as well as his reliance on substances during his rock bottom moments. Now, The Insider also proclaimed that Coachella was indeed a huge accomplishment for the singer, but he's still very fragile. The ongoing lawsuits fixated on blowing the lid off Diddy have also taped Justin's name now and then, with several videos featuring Puffy blasting into the present from the past and going viral upon resurfacing. A concerning vision of Justin's early days in Hollywood has also come into focus. Multiple re-emerging clips have focused on unhealthy and creepy looks at Justin's connection with Puffy in his early days as an underage star who rose to fame. His fans have even raised fears of Justin possibly having witnessed the worst and darkest sides of Hollywood, especially with everything coming to light. Many worry about how his spiraling mental health at present can be attributed to the unspoken heinous misconducts that may have happened behind the curtains. Putting two and two together, Justin's fans have been on edge online and have frequently voiced their anxious thoughts. Now, adding to the hot mess, Justin took to his Instagram account on Saturday night, April 27th, to share a bunch of snaps, two of which were worrying pictures as fans took note of the singer's eyes filling up with tears. Sharing multiple posts on Instagram, he also showered his loved ones from the industry with much love, as he shared an endless streak of pictures of the members of his found family, including his wife Hailey Bieber, longtime buddy Jaden Smith, Will Smith, and many others. Now, the other posts were bubbling with energy and happiness, with clips capturing him in his element on stage or leisurely golfing and making the most of serenity by the beach. However, fans couldn't ignore the two pictures in which they caught his eyes welling up, linking it all with the unsaid truth and and potential horrors of being exposed to showbiz at a young age. Worried fans correlated his gloomy mood in the photos to him crying out for help. Comments like, "I feel bad for him, he is broke, he's crying out for help," and "poor kid, Lord only knows what his parents allowed to happen to him just for fame," have been common staples on social media. Another user commented, "But he'll heal, I pray he does. Only God knows the true monstrosity he had to face as the first ever child YouTube star." Now a fourth Twitter user prayed for his well-being, "Really hope he's okay, he's had quite the life." And number 10, we have trying to dress up. Recently, Justin Bieber was spotted on a tour while visiting Tokyo. However, the star looked different than what fans were used to seeing. In the pictures circulating on social media, the singer can be seen wearing a wig. With the accessory, he's also seen wearing sunglasses, jeans, and a light fur coat. Justin's level of disguise has definitely been causing a stir on the internet, with some fans even pointing out they wouldn't have even realized it was him if it wasn't pointed out. Other fans have even gone to say, "Oh, spare us, Justin, it's already starting to look like a pattern." And wow, he really doesn't want to be recognized, does he? And to add a cherry on top of Justin's odd behavior, one fan would even pick fun at the pop star by saying, "What a great idea to walk next to Hailey, just so no one would recognize her." Well, it's safe to say that Justin probably should work on upping his level of disguise, because this definitely did not work. And number 9, abandoning a monkey in a foreign country. After Justin's pet monkey, Mally, was seized by the German officials when the singer was trying to bring the animal into the country without permission during a stop on his Believe tour. It said that Justin didn't have some proper paperwork, so the authorities seized the monkey and quarantined it at the airport. However, the monkey would later become property of Germany, and Justin would later be sent a bill of $1,500 after he decided to abandon his monkey in the country. Mally is currently living with a group of other monkeys in a wildlife refugee in North Germany, and Bieber still owes Germany's Federal Agency of Nature Conservation $11,000 for vaccinations and rehoming fees, which is truly disappointing. This was your pet and you left him behind, you didn't even try to get him back. This was definitely a red flag, and it showed that the star isn't someone we thought he was, and we really should have noticed. And number 8, ordered his bodyguards to carry him. When visiting China, you have to visit the Great Wall. That's just a given. However, Justin Bieber's visit would definitely highlight one giant red flag that many of us missed. When visiting the wall, photos of Justin would soon circulate online, showing Justin being hoisted on top of his bodyguard's shoulders like they were his minions, and they even carried him up the Great Wall of China. Now, Justin was definitely able to walk up the wall himself, as just before his adventure, he was spotted skateboarding around town as 2 of his security guard members jogged behind him. It was definitely a diva-like move that none of us could get over, and it was a shame to see the star deprived himself of a chance to experience the experience and made his security team do the hard work for him. And number 7, banned for life from a skydiving facility. Las Vegas indoor skydiving confirmed back in 2013 that Justin Bieber would be banned for life after he used the facility and then backed out of a payment deal he arranged with the company. Justin and 6 of his entourage members would arrive to the facility just before it closed. When the pop star was approached about a payment method, he was apparently given the option of shelling out $1,600 for himself and his crew, or posting a shout out of the facility and a photo of himself mid-flight to his Instagram account. Justin at the time reportedly agreed to post a photo as payment, but the company never got their $1,600 worth of publicity, and they would say he actually faked like he was posting something. As per the agreement, it never actually happened. In addition to not paying, the group also didn't tip the staff, even after they stayed late to accommodate their needs. And number 6, ignored pilots. In 2014, CNN would report that Justin and his father allegedly refused a pilot's warning to stop smoking during a flight from Canada to New Jersey. Law enforcement officials would later give details that the flight crew on the charter jet told the federal officials after they ferried Justin and his entourage to New Jersey. The smoke was so strong in the cabin that the flight crew members even had to put on oxygen masks because they were concerned that they would inhale so much of it, it would cause their tests to say that they were positive suspended for being under the influence. When the pilots asked the group to stop, Bieber and his father would begin to have some words with the crew, which would result in the pilots in attendance to close the cockpit to avoid contact with the group. When they landed, Justin would be granted re-entry into the United States after a search of the charter plane was done by federal officials. They did detect smoke smell, but they never found any signs of substances. And number 5, his dreadlock phase. Justin doesn't do too well with apologies. We all know that. When the singer debuted his dreadlocks, he sparked some major controversy as fans started to accuse the star of cultural appropriation and white privilege. With fans calling out Justin for not being himself, many stated that the star could have done better. One fan even chimed in by saying, "It's really disappointed to see you with dreads. I thought you educated yourself." The star then decided to stick with his dreadlocks and refused to respond to the backlash he was receiving by fans. Instead, he decided to share a statement about acknowledging insecurities by saying, "Aren't we all broken? We can hide behind superficial things, but the truth is, we're all hurting." So what's your opinion on celebrities trying to rock braids and dreadlocks? And let me know in the comments below. And number 4, he talked about becoming the next Michael Jackson. In an interview done back in 2012, Justin Bieber would make it clear that he wants to be nothing less than the next Michael Jackson, the new king of pop, after he would go on to say that, "That's where I want to be. I don't want to just be a heartthrob teen." Now when someone starts saying that they want to be the next anyone, it should be a giant red flag, especially when they're trying to say they want to be the next Michael Jackson, because no one will ever be the next Michael Jackson. That's just a given. Bieber would go on to borrow machine-like dance moves, glitter gloves, and he even copied Michael's signature move in like a gentle way, I guess. This would definitely become a major red flag, and we were missing it because he was trying so hard to be someone he's not, rather than just being himself and allowing his fans to appreciate who he really is. And number 3, running around town in his undergarments. In 2020, Justin would be pictured running around downtown LA in his Calvin Klein briefs after shooting a music video all night. When photos started circulating online, it would show the star wearing nothing but briefs as he raised his arm above his head and smiled as he walked towards his trailer. And this wasn't the first time Justin's been spotted in public wearing nothing but his briefs, because back in 2018, it would seem like Justin forgot his bathing suit while on a trip to Miami after he was pictured out for a little dip wearing nothing but his white briefs. In the photos, Justin could be seen hanging out with his friends by the resort pool, wearing nothing but a wet pair of Calvin Klein boxer briefs before wrapping himself in a white towel before things became too revealing. Him and Hailey would also be pictured later on in a hot tub as fans would call for the star to put on some clothes. And at number 2, we have meeting Stephen Harper in overalls. So back when Stephen Harper was still the Prime Minister of Canada, Justin had the chance to meet him back in 2012. However, his outfit choice was definitely interesting. When the singer stepped out in overalls to accept a Diamond Jubilee medal from Stephen Harper, he would go on to tweet, "I met the Prime Minister in overalls, LOL." Justin would later try to justify why he opted to wear overalls to such an event by saying, "It wasn't like I was going to his environment, we were at a hockey arena." And while he may have been at a hockey arena, he was receiving such a high-class award that it was only given to Canadians who earned achievements abroad, and he wore overalls to collect this achievement. Now, 50 years ago, if you pulled this move while going into work, they would have sent you home, so a lot of people were judging Bieber's decision to wear the overalls, and his excuse to trying to stay true to his fans and his own vibe, it was pretty weak. And at number 1 today, we have showing up late for shows. In 2013, Justin Bieber would be 2 hours late for a concert because he was playing video games and threw a tantrum. When Justin was set to perform at O2, he would end up being 2 hours late after throwing a massive tantrum and telling his staff that it was his gig and he would go out when he wanted to. After waking up late due to a night out, Justin would proceed to lock himself in a dressing room to play computer games. After, his actions would cause hundreds of teenage fans to be upset because they would have to leave to catch last trains before even getting the chance to see their idol perform. Justin would later come out to say he was only 40 minutes late, and he said he had to come on late due to technical difficulties. He then highlighted that the event was great. However, one O2 worker would come out to say that wasn't the case, and the star was actually backstage arguing with his management team. Justin's mentality about being a star that can do whatever he wanted that night was definitely a red flag that no one really noticed.
Starting off this countdown, we have Seth Rogen. Seth Rogen went after Bieber, a fellow Canadian, during an interview with Howard Stern. He said, and I quote, "Bieber is a good example of someone who you meet and you think you're gonna hate him, and then you get to hate him as much as you thought." Yikes, what did Bieber do to him? Well, apparently the two first met at a German talk show when Justin asked if they could meet. They did, but then apparently Justin acted like Seth was the one that wanted to meet him. He said, "It was very weird." He said, and I quote, "What the F? I don't want to meet you. Don't act all nonplussed to meet me. I didn't want to meet you. I was totally cool not meeting you, but I was like, fine. I wouldn't have said anything. I was like, he's a bit of a mother effer. Whatever. He's young. The kid's a dick." That's right, folks. Seth Rogen called Justin Bieber a dick. In our 9th spot, we have Kate Moss. In 2014, Bieber and Orlando Bloom got in a heated argument at a nightclub. I'll talk about that more in depth later, but it resulted in the two taking swings at each other. Well, a few days later, after the incident, Justin Bieber approached Kate Moss, and she was not too thrilled about it. She apparently went off at him, telling him that he needs to behave and smarten up. Apparently, Justin had gone up to her expecting her to gush all over him, and instead, she really just gave it to him, which is pretty embarrassing if you ask me. Coming in at number 8, we have Marg Helgenberger. Back from 2010 to 2011, Justin Bieber made an appearance on the show CSI, playing serial killer Jason McCann. Well, according to CSI actress Marg Helgenberger, Justin Bieber acted like a brat on set. Not only that, but according to her, he locked one of the producers in a closet and also just put his fist through a cake that was on the table. Imagine that, just wanting a slice of cake and then Justin Bieber just goes BAM! Coming in at number 7, we have Team USA and Team Canada. Imagine having two Olympic hockey teams against you. That's wild. In 2014, the two teams squared off for the Olympic hockey semifinals, during which there was a billboard present that said, "Loser keeps Bieber." Now, some of you may know, Bieber was born and raised in Canada, but currently lives in America. Imagine having a whole hockey team trying to get rid of you, just like not wanting to claim you. That's the definition of awkward. In our 6th spot, we have Ronda Rousey. It's so random how all these celebrities just hate Justin Bieber. Like, out of all people to piss off, a UFC star? I don't know. Basically, Rousey admitted to Cosmopolitan that he was rude to her little sister at the Cannes Film Festival. Apparently, she tried to get him to take a pic with her little sister, who was a huge fan and totally starstruck, and he declined, saying, and I quote, "I've already taken 1 billion pictures today, okay?" Imagine how that little girl must have felt. Like, there's her idol, and he just shuts her down because he took too many photos. Ronda later said, "Yeah, I don't think I'd want to hang out with him. I'm not a believer. I was, but not anymore." We're now at our 5th and halfway mark with Jon Bon Jovi. Jon Bon Jovi had a lot to say about Bieber when he heard that he showed up 80 minutes late to his show in London. He said, and I quote, "Every generation has guys that do that. None of that is new. Do it once, you can be forgiven. Do it enough times and shame on you. They won't have you back. Then it becomes a cliche. It's really not cool. You're an a-hole. Go to effing work." So Bon Jovi did not hold back on that one. But someone had to say it. Bieber definitely let his fame get to his head at one point, and that led to him acting all entitled. In our 4th spot today, we have Selena Gomez. Of course, she had to be on this list. The two were in an on and off again relationship for quite some time, and fans loved them together. In fact, many people thought that they were endgame, but as we later found out, their relationship was not the healthiest. After their final breakup in 2018, Selena Gomez revealed that the relationship consisted of emotional abuse, and he had really hurt her, and it took her a while to grow out of the victim mentality. Moving on to number 3, we have Orlando Bloom. All right, this is probably the one that you all have been waiting for. Orlando Bloom and Justin Bieber definitely do not like each other. Maybe things have changed with time, but for quite a while, they did not like each other. It all started when rumors began to fly about Bieber getting close to Bloom's ex-wife, Miranda Kerr. Some even said that the two hooked up. Then Bieber's ex, Selena Gomez, was spotted with Orlando Bloom, and apparently the two made out. When Bieber and Bloom encountered each other, apparently Bieber made some comments about Miranda Kerr, which Bloom did not like, and at that point he jumped over a sofa and lunged at Bieber. Then apparently punches were thrown, but they were never landed. And then apparently Leonardo DiCaprio was just present and witnessed this whole fight and was cheering for Bloom. Like, that's just wild. Coming in at number 2, we have Eminem. Eminem decided to show his disdain for Bieber by including him in his song, A Kiss. He talks about God not giving a damn about Justin Bieber. That's the he's referring to in the song. So the lyrics go, he's allergic to divas, he'd take meat cleavers to him. He don't give a damn about Bieber doing. What a demon, a behemoth, evil just seems to be seething through him. Okay, Eminem, okay. And in our number 1 spot today, we have Bill Hader. I honestly can't imagine this guy having drama with anyone. But alas, Justin hosted Saturday Night Live one time, and Bill had a lot to say about it. Apparently, Bieber showed up with a 20-person team to set. He said, and I quote, he had a guy holding a piece of pizza, a guy holding a Diet Coke, and going around stage, you're trying to fight through all these people to get dressed. A year later, in another interview, he said, and I quote, I really didn't enjoy having Justin Bieber around. He's the only one who lived up to the reputation. I think that's the only time I felt that way in 8 years. That is insane.